In the fight to destroy ISIS, these elite Iraqi soldiers have been praised by the U.S. as helping to lead the charge. These are the men of what's called the Iraqi Emergency Response Division, the ERD. They're battlefield experts captured in this combat video licensed by ABC News.
They are against ISIS and they are very strong.
The hours of video and still photos are the result of great battlefield courage by this Iraqi photojournalist, Arkady, who was embedded last year with the Emergency Response Division. But tonight, Arkady is showing another kind of courage, blowing the whistle on soldiers he followed and became friends with. Revealing for the first time graphic scenes of torture and murder of civilians, some too horrific to be broadcast. It all raises the question of whether the U.S. is turning a blind eye.
Was this happening all the time?
It's happening all the time.
Arkady is an award-winning photojournalist whose work for the respected Agency 7 shows the human side of war. The victims, the orphans, the soldiers.
My name is Arkady. I'm a photojournalist from Iraq.
Invited to travel with the Emergency Response Division, Arkady's original idea was to feature these two Iraqi soldiers as heroes, a captain from the Sunni sect of Islam and a corporal from the Shia sect.
So your idea was to show a positive story.
Yep.
People from both sides of the religion working together against ISIS.
Yep.
Arkady went everywhere, night and day, with the ERD, from Fallujah to Mosul.
As time went by, they began to trust you.
Yeah, I like these people, like personalities, very good guys. It was a very, very good group.
But it was on this night raid outside Mosul last November when Arkady says he began to realize the soldiers he was following were no heroes. Entering the home of a family, they ignore a crying mother and her children. You're scaring the children, she says. They pull the husband outside and begin to beat him, claiming he and his wife once helped ISIS. And then the soldiers, including Captain Omar Nazar, the Sunni officer who Arkady was going to focus on for his positive story, forced the captive to repeat a pledge of loyalty to the ISIS leader, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. According to Arkady, the captain wanted him to later edit the tape so it would appear the man knew the ISIS pledge without prompting in order to justify killing him.
They knew you had this video.
Yep.
So they knew if it got out, there'd be trouble.
And it got worse. The very next day, Arkady and his camera were present when the unit methodically prepared to torture this man, a sheep herder, whose teenage sons were suspected of working for ISIS. As a senior officer gives the directions, when I tell you to kick, he says, you let him go. The soldiers close the curtains, but allow Arkady to continue filming the ugly scene.
It's extremely disturbing.
We showed the footage to Sarah Lee Whitson of Human Rights Watch.
Oh, it's terrible torture, horrible torture. I mean, this is actually happening under command authority. This is someone with some level of authority who has the jurisdiction to tell soldiers what to do, telling his soldiers how to torture this detainee.
Seemingly confident the photojournalist would never expose them.
Not shy at all. In fact, they're smiling. And frankly, there's not even a pretext here of torture in the name of obtaining intelligence. This is just torture for fun.